And it's also all about movesets, you know? A Pokemon can be changed by just getting Calm Mind or not getting Calm Mind, by having Sustain or not having Sustain. Actually, I thought there was gonna be more to talk about, which is why maybe I need to think about this more and do a video. Like, when I was just recording the last battle, I was like, yo, it doesn't go up, like, linearly. Like, when you go from 4th to 5th, 5th to 6th, so many more moves, so many more stats, and so many more different Pokemon doing different things. Wait, that was Love Ball Meowstic. Hacker! Hacker! Hacker exposed. Alright, so there we go. Love Ball Meowstic, not possible because, like, alright, hey, look at that. Now we have something to talk about. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So after uploading that video, there was a lot of backlash from people that just don't understand how Pokeball breeding mechanics work. I'm not allowed to call that guy a hacker, even though he has an illegal Pokemon that can only be obtained through hacking. Recently, I caught a Top Worlds player for cheating, and the way they were detected was by having an illegal Pokeball, and somehow people were arguing that it's possible to get a Premier Ball starter Alolan Pokemon. I've kind of dropped this comment a couple times, like, oh, it's a non-Pokeball Alolan Pokemon, therefore hacked, and people are always questioning it. So I've been seeing a lot of comments, people saying, hey, why don't you make a video talking about how Pokeball breeding mechanics work? The problem is, I've done that many times, pretty much like one time every time there's been an issue about this going on. Wolf Glick, Pokemon World Champion, using cheated Pokemon. We have the famous Dream Ball Aegislash from 3-time World Champion Ray Rizzo. Funny how there's a pattern here of Top Worlds VGC players and cheating and then getting caught with hacked Pokemon because the Pokeballs don't line up. It's like they don't know how to play legitimately, therefore they get caught on the most basic of Pokemon facts. Like, if you're a top Pokemon player or top player at any competitive game, you should know that game inside and out by that point. But the reason VGC players don't is because they just cheat their way to the top, and it's very unfortunate. And then we also had, I think I did a video after that, like, you know, just Ditto doesn't pass down his Pokeballs. Not too hard to understand, but apparently it is very hard to understand because these are the comments. Actually, no, these aren't all the comments. You know, this is a very small slice of the comments that you see on the videos wherever Pokeball legality is brought up. I mean, some of it just doesn't make sense. We have, sorry Verlisify, but the dude with the shiny Incineroar is innocent. So talk about the hacking Worlds player because he could have easily bred a male Litten with a female Alolan Rattata. Now, if some of you guys are laughing right now, you should actually be crying. I have seen hundreds of comments defending Wolf Glick, thousands of people that think that this is how Pokemon works. By saying something stupid like, well, you can just breed a Dream Ball female Pokemon with a male Pikachu, and then the offspring will be a male Pikachu inside of a Dream Ball. The problem is that anyone that has played Pokemon for more than 5 minutes should understand that whenever a female Pokemon breeds a male Pokemon, the offspring is always the female Pokemon. So a male Litten with a female Alolan Rattata would give you an Alolan Rattata inside of the Pokeball with the Alolan Rattata. So yes, Premier Ball Alolan Rattata is definitely what that shiny Incineroar species is. This isn't true at all. When you breed perfect IV Mons with specific balls, you can use 2 well-bred parents that are in the same egg group. The problem with this is that Pokeballs do not breed between egg groups. They are only transferred between the same species of Pokemon, and I don't know anywhere in the Alola region or anywhere in any game where you can catch a Popplio, Rowlet, or Litten anywhere in the game, because then yes, it's possible you can throw a Great Ball at it and then that Great Ball will breed around and be all cool and stuff, but as it stands you can only receive it in a Pokeball at the beginning of the game, and there are no other events that can bring like any weird Pokeball breeding mechanics into this, so it can only be a Pokeball. Can't you breed the Gen 7 starters into other balls? No, that's just how the mechanics work. And then also when talking about like some of the other Pokemon, you know, female Ditto and Love Ball, Ditto never breeds down its Pokeballs. I don't know how hard it is for people to understand this, but that is just how Pokemon works. That is the fact of how the game is programmed. A Ditto's Pokeball will never breed down into another Pokemon, which is actually why it's impressive if you can get a really cool Pokemon inside of a really cool Pokeball, because a lot of work actually needs to go into making it work because the mechanics are so precise. So what are the exact mechanics? Well, all you have to do is go onto Cerebi and look up a breeding guide on Cerebi. You don't have to dig deep into the knowledge bases of Pokemon to figure out every little mechanic of how breeding works. It's in every breeding guide. So as we can see right here, before Pokemon X and Y were released, all baby Pokemon would come in a standard Pokeball. Pokemon X and Y changes this, providing that they are not breeding with a Ditto. So, I mean, that's all you need to read right there. That's all I needed to tell people back with the Aegislash. You know, Dream Ball Aegislash and the Dream Ball Meowstic. The reason why Dream Ball doesn't work is because that was only obtainable in the Dream World in the 5th generation. Last time I checked, Aegislash and Meowstic are 6th generation Pokemon, so I don't know how you could go back in time, get an Aegislash inside of a 5th generation game, inside of a Dream Ball from the Pokemon Dream World, and then you just have to read that, providing you are not breeding with a Ditto. So, Ditto inside of a Dream Ball would not be able to pass down to Aegislash. End of story right there for the 6th generation. Now, the 7th generation changed things just a little bit. Male Pokemon and genderless Pokemon can now pass their Pokeball when they are breeding with a Ditto. So only a male Pokemon with a Ditto. However, the Ditto will still never pass down its Pokeball. And there's a 50% chance of the baby inheriting the other parent's Pokeball if both parents are of the same species. So even going back to the Alolan Rattata example, that wouldn't even work because they are of different species, and again, you can't encounter the Pokemon anywhere else. Now here's the thing about Cerebi. Some people might say that we can't trust Cerebi because Joe Merrick, he actually promotes the official rules. You know, he wants legitimate play, and Joe Merrick, the webmaster of Cerebi, is an anti-hacking, anti-cheating person, therefore he cannot be trusted. Well, Bulbapedia says the same thing. You know, Pokeball, female Pokemon will be passed down to its offspring. That was a 6th generation change. Generation 7, if male and female Pokemon are of the same species, offspring will have an equal chance of inheriting either parent's Pokeball. In the case of 7th generation starters, that is only a Pokeball, and until they are encounterable in the wild, it will only be a Pokeball. So that's something to consider right there. In Generation 6, male and genderless Pokemon, including Ditto, do not have an impact of the Pokeball inherited. So Generation 6, applying to Wolfglick, the Aegislash, as well as Meowstic, and a lot of the other impossible Pokeballs that I've called in the past. But what if they're wrong? What if they're all wrong? You know, Cerebi is pushing an agenda, Bulbapedia's community edited, so they just copied Cerebi and then like changed the wording just a little bit. So let's go and do this for ourselves. You can all try this at home if you don't believe me. If you don't believe how Pokemon and Pokeball mechanics work, you can go and figure this one out for yourself. So I think we have everything that we need to test right here just to kind of get our point across. There's actually a really cool feature in the, I don't know when it started, but in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you can actually see the Pokeball of the egg, and then that becomes pretty helpful right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Litten, and we're going to take our Rattata, and we're going to get them to produce an egg. After that, I'm going to go and put in the Litten with a Ditto, and then that means that the Ditto's Pokeball should pass down into the Litten, right? Well, we're going to figure this one out as well. And also, I'll show you guys the summary of all the Pokemon that we are going to be demonstrating with. So, what we can see right here is that the Litten, that's in a Pokeball. The Rattata is inside of a Quick Ball. So, with this, we should be getting a Litten inside of a Quick Ball. It's strange how whenever you're playing competitively, you only see Pokeballs inside of the Alolan starter Pokemon unless it's being accused of being hacked. So we're going to figure out why there's so many Pokeballs. And then also we have a Magikarp here, so a male Magikarp and then a female Magikarp, and we'll see which Pokeball passes down right there. And then also we have the Quick Ball Ditto. So the Quick Ball Ditto should be able to give us a Quick Ball Litten. But first off, we're going to be just doing the Rattata and the Litten. So I'm gonna do this all in one take, guys. This might be where the video gets boring, where it gets dragged out. But I mean, people will make up these silliest stuff. They'll be like, oh, you cut it right there. You actually got the Quick Ball, so you're just lying. I don't understand, guys. You know, after reading that, after looking at it, I'm surprised at the thousands of people in the Pokemon community that legitimately think I'm wrong and I'm just trying to slander and attack people like Wolfglick, or I'm making false accusations about how the game just works. So let's go and do this all together. I'm going to run in this corner for a bit, wait for her to get a Pokemon, and then we'll actually be able to tell what is going on with this egg right here. So I have surprising news for your Pokemon is holding an egg. Cool. Receive an egg from the nursery lady. Now, here's the thing. I know I've upset a lot of breeders at this point right here because we know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. The female Pokemon is going to be the Pokemon that we receive. So that is a mysterious egg with a mysterious Pokemon inside of it inside of a Quick Ball. I guess I'll just like speed up the footage right here, but I mean, yeah, I don't understand where the stupidity comes from, guys. I honestly can't figure it out at all, because I think this goes into like one of those deeper societal issues where people are saying like, oh, Generation Z, the internet generation, these later millennials, they're ruining society. They have like no respect for the facts, and they believe their own opinions, or they'll believe whatever stupid stuff they want. And honestly, when you look at the Pokemon community, you see kind of the same ideas. You know, you can kind of see the same sentiments right there, because like, oh, you know what? Facts hurt. Facts are tough to swallow. No one likes facts, so, you know, it's just better to believe the easier to swallow falsehoods, you know? A lie is easier to take than the truth, and we get that a lot in the Pokemon community, which is really sad. We actually see that tone with my channel, and I'm happy to ramble on and talk about that as well, because, yeah, when it comes down to my channel, I have still yet to see anyone prove a valid point against me about these things that make me so bad and terrible, when I have... I hope there isn't dozens, like not dozens plural, but you know, I have multiple videos disproving a lot of the major arguments from all kinds of people that have made videos against me, and it's that trivial. It's like the facts are not, you don't have to make up facts. The facts are just the way it is. So you just put a fact out there, and then boom, it's really easy to prove my argument, and then no one has been able to prove me wrong. So I don't understand right there. And then we also can go back into the rules. So what people say about the rules is, why does it matter? It's just a cosmetic, you know? If it's just a Pokeball, then how is it affecting the gameplay? The problem is the Pokeball isn't the issue here. What the issue is that it proves hacking was involved. It proves that cheating is occurring and that players should be punished for cheating, because it's in the rules that any modified Pokemon is not allowed. Also, the Pokemon Company has made an official statement saying that you are not allowed to breed hacked parents. So even if Ray Rizzo bred the Pokemon himself, or if his friend got it from a friend whose mom's uncle works for Nintendo, and then I don't know, I was actually going to go on a longer ramble there. And normally I do a video cut there because it lost it. Because like, oh, if the mom's uncle is working for Nintendo, they shouldn't be hacking. But say they actually were using PK Hex and they're modifying their game. Oh, look at that. It actually turned out to be a Rattata. Dang, Quick Ball Rattata. That's not a Quick Ball Litten. Oh well, unlucky, I guess. So, I mean, that's something. So, yeah, it doesn't matter who or where or what happened. If any hacking is involved, and if that is shown through a child Pokemon, such as a Meowstic in the Dream Ball, or Wolf Glick's cheated Raichu, you know, if it's shown at any point in that time, hacking and cheating is occurring right there, and that Pokemon is illegal, thus against the rules. So now I need to do some inventory management really quick. I'm just gonna like pop up in front of the daycare lady and make another point. Alright, so now it's time to deposit the Ditto. So we still have our Litten in there. I pulled out the Rattata, and now this is going to be, I'm going to show you guys for proof. Just in case you believe I'm trying to fudge it, I swapped it out, and there's actually a Pokeball Ditto in there. That's going to be our Quick Ball Ditto going into the daycare lady. Also, I actually misclicked. Oh, no. See that black screen? That's where I'm splicing the video, guys. But, I mean, I just don't understand. All you have to do is read that, and then there should be no doubt. But people, they refuse to believe that the... Actually, I also don't understand where the issue is going either. It's like people refuse to believe that the top players are hacking, because if they believe that, then that means the hacking problem is as big as I'm saying, and it's as problematic as I'm saying with all the cheating going on in VGC. So that's a pretty tough pill to swallow, and if they believe that, that means, oh crap, Verlisify was right. But then at the same time, they'll be like, well, it doesn't matter anyways. And going back onto that, it does matter. And it doesn't matter whose Pokemon you're using. Could be your best friend, could be your parents, could be your stranger, could be someone across the world from a Wonder Trade. If that Pokemon is hacked, and you get caught that Pokemon's hacked, you're still considered cheating. You're still considered hacking. That is what the rules state, that you are equally responsible for a stranger's Pokemon or anyone else's Pokemon as you are for your own Pokemon. So we just received the egg right there. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Okay, and then we go into Pokemon. So let's see. Is this going to be the Quick Ball Litten egg? Nope, it's in a Pokeball. Well, you know what they said. It's a 50% chance. So you know what? Let's go back outside and let's get another egg. Maybe we just got unlucky and the Pokeball from the Litten passed down, when really the Quick Ball from the Ditto should be passing down. And it may seem like I'm dumbing things down, but I mean, this is the level of intelligence that we're dealing with. You saw the comments earlier, guys. These people exist. And like I said, there's thousands of them. From seeing my videos about, like, with Wolf Glick, the Dream Ball Age of Slash, people replying to all that stuff, even in the face of facts that you cannot deny, such as the Beast Ball Porygon. Beast Ball Porygon was another one, because Ditto doesn't pass down balls, and there's no species for the Porygon as well, so you have to breed Porygon with a Ditto. And by doing that, it's like, well, then that means Ditto never passes down its balls, therefore you can't breed two undiscovered egg groups together as well. So that's a problem. So let's go and grab this egg right here, and we're gonna see if this is the Quick Ball or not. So yeah, so it's like people will defend it because like, oh no, if there's actual hacking going on, then that actually looks really bad, and they're both in a Pokeball. So yep, those are just two Littens in a Pokeball right there, and there's nothing that changes that fact. And now I'm going to finish this video by showing off these Magikarp and trying to figure out how the Pokeball breeding mechanics work, and just kind of showing you all hands-on, because yep, this is Pokemon. This is how it works. Again, we have our Dive Ball, and we also have our Pokeball Magikarps right there. Those bad boys are going in. They're same species, so it should give us a 50% chance to receive both Pokeballs. In a perfect world, oh, also I keep exiting out because I'm just used to whenever you see the Pokemon screen, you know, you just hit the B button. So in a perfect world, I'm going to get a Pokeball, and then I'm also going to go and get a Dive Ball. We're going to see how it goes because it is 50% chance right there. But this brings me to a point that I want to reiterate, and that is the people that we're dealing with. We are dealing with world champions as well as top worlds competitors, that they have no excuse at that point to be accepting cheated Pokemon. And again, in the eyes of the Pokemon Company, it makes them no different from cheaters, and also does bring the question up that they are using multiple Pokemon on their team that look suspicious and questionably hacked. So also they could be just condoning hacking as well by knowingly having someone else hack their Pokemon, and that suspicion is really brought up when they can't even detect that the Pokemon that they are receiving are not legitimate, because they either trust the person that is creating the Pokemon for themselves so much, or they just don't understand Pokemon because they are too busy potentially hacking the game. It looks very suspect when these things are hacking. So we just received one egg. Let's just go and receive two, and then we'll see if it lines up, because that'd be pretty awesome if it does. That's kind of it. So yeah, that's it, guys. Moral of the story. I can't comprehend the incredible amounts of idiocy in the Pokemon community. Makes it really hard to take the doubters, the haters, and all these people seriously when they just can't comprehend and understand straight up fact. And also, like, it isn't just the fact, like, okay, sure, there's a lot of people that's like, fine, it's impossible, but it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, it does matter, because the fact is it's against the rules. So I mean, you gotta take all these facts, and if they go against your they go against what you believe, well, then that's just a personal problem, and you gotta get over it, because the world isn't about being right all the time. You gotta be wrong sometimes, and when the facts prove it, you gotta just take it. So looks like we got two Pokeballs right there. Hopefully we get the Dive Ball on the next one, because again, that would be pretty convenient, and doesn't take too long. Magikarp actually has like the fastest egg cycle. I don't really think it takes too much longer for it to generate an egg. Also, same species helps, I believe. So there we go, and then let's go and check these eggs. Dive Ball. Perfect. So there we go, guys. That's how breeding works. I don't understand how it's taken me like 6 videos to prove this, but that's, yeah, Ditto never passes down its balls. It's only the same species only, and a female from another species will not pass down the ball and will instead just give you a Pokemon of that species. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. But yeah, I forgot, like, when I was like first making this video, forgot about the Porygon 2 thing. Yeah, the Porygon 2 and the Beast Ball. People still just didn't understand that, huh?